The modern man will criticize you for reading. He'll say, I don't have time for reading. He'll say, that's pointless. Why would I read? Or the modern man will make fun of you. He'll call you gay for reading. But little does he know how beneficial reading is. Because in reality, schools don't teach you nothing. That isn't real education. If you have a growth mindset, it could maybe help you learn things. But in reality, we don't really learn much from school. You don't learn how to be masculine, how to do your taxes. You don't learn none of that. You don't learn how to be a real entrepreneur. So that's where books comes in. You could read any kind of book or whatever topic you want. That's where your education in life really begins, as soon as you pick up that book. When I was around 10 years old, 5th grade, I used to read so many Goosebumps, so many Percy Jackson. I love Rick Gordon, all this series. I don't remember the names really specifically, but I love those books. I remember I used to stay up late, not to play video games at that time. What was that, 5th grade? I didn't have a PS4 at the time. But to read. I remember I was thinking, what would my parents think if they caught me? Because I was reading. I would stay up 10, 11, reading, not even playing video games, not using my phone, not no stupid shit. I love those books. It felt like I was in what they were describing, in that room, that very, I don't know how to describe it, but like it really expanded my imagination. If I were reading like self-improvement books back then, by now I would be set. But I remember I could finish one of those Percy Jackson books in like a week. Those 400, 500 page books, them thick books, in like a week. But there, that shelf is mine and my brother's. It's his, but my books are in it as well. We were reading fanatics. I loved fiction books, man. But then I got burnt out. I don't remember exactly. It was Mark of Athena. I think now I remember. It was Mark of Athena. And I just got burnt out in the middle of it. And I stopped reading. And that was 5th grade. And then we move on to 8th grade. I remember I picked up a book. Something for my class. And I could not read for the life of me. I would be reading. And then I'll get lost in thoughts. And then I forgot what I just read. And I could not read. I remember I used to complain to the teachers I could not read. But once I got on self-improvement, I didn't start reading. My self-improvement consisted of meditating, dopamine detox, and working out. But like a couple months back, I implemented the big 4, the reading, journaling, meditating, and working out. And I did a little bit of all of them, and that really improved my days a lot. Remember, if you guys are feeling down, make sure that you're doing all 4. Do not skip on one. But yeah, reading right now really changed my perspective on things. The first book I got was this one. The David Goggins Can't Hurt Me. This book wasn't really self-improvement, but it talked about how like motivation is bullcrap. Like do it whether you don't want to. You know what I mean? It also talked about like not timetable. Well, yeah, timetables. He talks about like journaling your day into like chunks. I remember him talking about that. Remember him talking about like when you take rest days, because this dude goes hard. When you take rest days to like actually rest days, be with friends, be outside, instead of just being hung up like a question mark over your computer chair. I'm not hung up like a question mark, but I'm on my computer chair. Well, it's really just like motivation. It wasn't really that much self-improvement, but it's more like him talking about his journey on like how he had it hard growing up. I like this book, but it wasn't really self-improvement journey. I got this book and the next one that I'm going to talk about at Barnes & Noble's. And then the next 2 after those, I ordered them. So I knew what books I was getting. These 2, I didn't really know I was getting into. I just picked them out. Then the next one is The Common Path to Uncommon Success by John Lee. This one, I would class it as self-improvement, but it's more like trying to find your niche into like what you want to do. When I was reading this book, I already kind of had like an idea of what I wanted to do. And I was already kind of implementing it. So this book, I didn't really like it. It was also like him documenting his journey, him like finding mentors and stuff like that. I mean, if you don't know, I don't know if I can recommend it to you. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like it that much. So I stopped like not even quarter way, like halfway. Then my next true self-improvement book was The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss. This book, I like it, but I feel like I read it at the wrong time. This book is more for like when your business is popping and like you're wasting too much time on like when you think you're being productive, but you're really just busy. You're not doing truly productive things. Also talks about like delegating things, like reading emails, like certain tasks. Like let's say I'm making $35 an hour. What is that? $50K a month off my whatever kind of business you got going on, you pay someone $20 to do a task for you, and you spend that time reading, meditating, working out, whatever, something beneficial to you. In the end, you profit. It also talks about how like money isn't everything. Like technically more money, if you can make more money, it isn't necessarily better. It's more better to like free up your time and free up your tasks. I like this book, but I feel like I'm gonna have to reread it again, like later on, like once my business is like really booming. I like the book. It taught me so much stuff, but definitely gonna need to reread it. I would not recommend it for your first read. For your first read, the one I really learned something was this one, the Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Oof, this one, oh my god, this one really taught me some stuff. This one, it shows how something I didn't really think about, like, it talks a little bit about, like, hypnosis, how easy, like, how your mind plays into things. Like, if a hypnosis tells a football player he cannot lift his arm and his muscles are trying so hard, but if he believes that he cannot, then he will not. Not because his muscles can't, obviously he can, but it's because he believes that how much your negative beliefs can impact you. Talks about like technically we're all like hypnotic. I don't know what the word is, like hypnotized basically. It talks about like how to like improve your self-image, learn to use your positive past when you're going through stuff, set and achieve worthwhile goals, develop compassion, self-respect, and forgiveness, cultivate the power of rational thinking, discover the key to a happier, more successful life. And that's what I really like about this book, the key to a happier, more successful life. Like so far, I'm loving this book more than any other book. It's really taught me a lot. How much like your brain can really be like the wall between you completing the goal or you failing the goal before you even try, before you even think it. And this talks about like going on deeper than like subconscious level, like something that you cannot control. This goes deeper between what me and you can reach. And that's what I really like about this book. Like how crucial your brain is for success. Like your thoughts, your everything goes into success. It is very crucial. Your mindset is very crucial when you're trying to succeed in something. So that's why I really like this book. And also it can help you like free like negative thoughts, free you from your past, from like negative, like thinking of the past of negative things or your past mistakes that you've made. I'm probably gonna make a video on this book once I'm fully done and really go into detail. Well, there you go. If you guys want to drop any books for me to read once this one's done, or just recommend them in the comments, feel free to. With all that said, don't be average, be limitless.